Greetings, YouTube. Look, despite what the trolls on Reddit might think of my channel, and I know there's a lot of hatred and has been for years. Sup, haters? I don't enjoy doing negative videos just for the sake of yelling, you know? Yes, human beings are conditioned because we are sinful creatures that appreciate sometimes feeling better about ourselves at the expense of others. And yes, anger gives the brain the same kind of dopamine high that pleasure does. It's two sides of the same coin. Welcome to my TED Talk. I wish I had videos that praised Kabam today. You know? Like, if those Cavalier players that got the 7,500 unit deal, if that was like 1,500 units, I'd be like, snatch that thing up, man. I don't care that Cyber Weekend's next weekend. 1,500 units? Go for it. They want you to become Thronebreaker. That's amazing. That's like a gift. 7,500 units is like getting mugged by a tone-deaf leprechaun. Leprechaun, why? Because you ain't getting lucky from that guy. But now we have this back issues correction that's hit the Thursday, November 18th in-game inbox for those of you who have completed it. Need I remind you that back issues number 8 was listed as not in-game content, meaning that you weren't going to need to worry about it being as difficult as, say, the Gauntlet or the Abyss, or especially Act 7, even 7.3, because, you know, if you wanted Tier 6 basic Callus fragments and Tier 3 alpha Callus fragments, like Kabam says, well, there are other places for those. Keep in mind, those players weren't saying that for those resources. They were saying that because in 2021, almost 2022, they were looking for, 6-star rank ups, not 5-star. But that's how back issues has always been, and there's kind of a precedent that's set there, even though the rewards need to evolve, and the content has certainly gotten way harder without the rewards changing, similar to how Cavalier difficulty now feels like Thronebreaker difficulty, but with the Cavalier rewards. And I don't mean to be cavalier about it, but this is just the kind of thing that shouldn't be happening in order to keep your player base happy. Well, back to the back issues. They told us this wouldn't be in-game content, and yet it was crazy hard content. In fact, I saw somebody say I'd much rather explore the Abyss again than explore back issues number 8. There were people who did not bring in the right counters because there were almost 0 right counters for that final boss, and they spent a ton of revives to just in some ways have to quit the game, or when you finally did beat him, it wasn't worth it. And again, the rewards aren't great. All this is to say they said that there would be some compensation, and we were hoping for some good compensation. Well, this summoner here, Mr. Sun, got his compensation today, and he says a question that he's written on this Joker style. Are you kidding me? Now, what would cause this summoner to write in blue font, thankfully it's not blood red, on his back issues correction image before sending it to me and saying some things that would not make a family-friendly channel very happy behind the scenes, I'm sure. For his back issue compensation, the same kind of thing that took some people hundreds of units to do. And yes, there is an argument to be made that if you're having to use revives, just restart the content or quit. But it's hard to tell somebody that has got to the final boss, yeah, you should just give up because it's not worth your revives or units. You know, it's hard for me to look into my camera and tell somebody that who's got to the end of that path. It's just hard to do. And Kabam knows that. That's how they make money. Let's check out this compensation. 1 revive and 1 health potion. Are you kidding me is right, and a G-rated way to say what he probably didn't say in a G-rated sense. I mean, really? It couldn't kill you. You're anticipating $1 million worth of sales next weekend, maybe more than that. You couldn't be asked to at least give what the compensation is for the patch every month at the beginning, which is 5 potions and 5 revives, or 10 potions and 5 revives? No? Not even 2? Just 1? You know, whenever people say they feel like they're getting the middle finger from Kabam, that's the number one. This feels like it's the number 1 of potions. Oh, man. I'm sorry, son. I got nothing else for you. I'm just staring at that like, this is the reason why I didn't do it. This is the reason why I stopped, because I knew Kabam wouldn't compensate anything close, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. You combine this with the 7,500 unit asking price for Cavalier members, and I just don't know what to tell you other than I don't enjoy doing these videos. You know, imagine if this was like 20 revives, 20 potions. I'd be like, heck yeah. Kudos to those of you that did it. But this makes me thankful I didn't do it. And that's a big loss for everybody.